Hi guys, welcome to another beer review directed by Gaspar Noé. And today, in preparation of me having another little trip to Germany, I picked this up in booths, and this is the Weihenstephaner Festbier, which is clocking in at something percent, 5.8% I think that is. Of course, I've gone for style over substance with the videography today, but no need to worry. And label out. I need to get myself a ski mask or a balaclava so I can join the proper, beer drinking community. But yeah, so I've just had a quite underwhelming steak, to be honest, although the asparagus that I did was really nice. Just a little bit of soy sauce, garlic and sesame oil, just coat it and then keep turning it. But yeah, the steak wasn't my best, so a little bit underwhelmed. So hopefully this beer can pick me up. So yeah, pick this up from my local booths. They've got a few of the Oktoberfest beers available because it is Oktoberfest season. And yeah, I'm sure I shall be splurging a lot on Oktoberfest beers whilst I'm back in Germany, and I'll be able to actually hopefully get hold of Augustina for less than €1 each bottle of the Oktoberfest. My favourite Oktoberfest beer. They also do probably my favourite, they do my favourite lager, and they do my favourite Doppelbock. So yeah, Augustina, I'm a big fan. I'm also a big fan of Weihenstephaner, and even though Hefeweiss beers are not my sort of thing, I do enjoy theirs. That is really nice. And plus, they're sort of like imperial, Doppelbocks there. Corbinian and Victus. I think, is it Invictus or is it Invictus? I can't remember. It's been a long time. I'm a big fan of it. And you can get those in booths as well. So, because I don't really have a proper German-style drinking vessel for lagers, which I will rectify on my little trip, I'm going to be using my And Union sort of mug. So, I'm imagining this is like most fest beers. I'm not too sure if it will be sort of like a festy wheat beer, or, well, from the colour of it, it's looking like a nice sort of Helles. Well, yeah, there we go. So, beer in the glass then, and you can actually see that. It looks crystal clear. There's a very faint golden hue to it. Not much there. Nice carbonation. In fact, let's just, for purist's sake, there we go. Yeah, it's a really pale beer actually. It does have a little bit of a copper hue to it, but really bright and golden mainly. So, looks great. One finger's worth of a nice white head. Let's see what we get on the nose. And it's got that sweet, musky sort of Märzen style flavour on the nose. Although not like a full Märzen. Bright, bready, crisp, sort of cracker aroma. Herbal hoppy tones coming through. A little bit of earthiness. A little bit of pepper. There's really not much there, but it smells crisp, it smells clean, it smells refreshing. Can you actually smell crispness and cleanness? Well, you can smell cleanness, but I was just critiquing myself, YouTube. It smells so nice and inviting. So without any further ado, let's give it a taste. Prost. That's so good. So good, so good. It's bready, it's biscuity. There is a sweet, slightly dark sweetness in there, but it's not going to full, dark, oaty, fruity, nutty Märzen territory. But at the same time, it's not just, your run-of-the-mill, crisp, precise sort of Helles beer. It's got a little bit more oomph to it. But it's still really nice and drinkable. As most beers like this are from the majority of German breweries. I mean, I know Weihenstephaner are more known for their wheat beers, but I think, is it a Keller beer that I've had from them? And I've had their Hellers, which is nice. Yeah, the brewery's got a reputation for a reason. The history precedes itself, but even though I've just had steak and asparagus, I really want some pretzels with cheese, Mastama, Emmentaler, that sort of thing. Just something nice, slightly nutty and mild. Maybe a bit of a sourdough or rye bread. Yeah, it's got that drinkability, but it's a little bit heavier. You get a little bit more of that ABV without it being like a boozy beer, of course. So you know you've got to take your time a little bit more, but it's not going to last long. It really, really isn't. Is it the best Festbier that I've had? A lot of them are very similar, and it is sometimes hard to decipher which is which. Sometimes they'll either go like full in that direction, more bready, sweeter, like pastry, or they'll just be a bit more earthier and a bit more bolder than sort of Hellers and Pilsners. But this almost has that slight earthy Keller beer aspect to it, like that. Even though it's not unfiltered, it's got those bold flavours you'd expect from an unfiltered, Keller style lager. So yeah, it's got its own little unique twists and turns, but it's very familiar if you've had a lot of beers like this. If you go back through the channel, I've done a special series on Oktoberfest beers when I was back in Germany, and also when I've been living in the UK. Probably not going to do that this year because it's going to be the same recipes essentially. But yeah, I was really surprised to see this because I've never actually seen that in my time in Germany. So to see it in booths for like £2.20, something like that. They've got the Löwenbräu beer. I think they've got the Paulaner and the Hacker-Shaw. They've got the Hofbräu, which I'm not a big fan of, I have to admit. I'm not a big fan of that brewery, to be honest. I know that might offend some people, but you know what? I'm not going to turn down a mass of one of those beers. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, musky, bold. It's got like level creaminess. It feels a bit bolder than what you'd expect with how bright and thin it looks in the glass. It's got a bit of a chunk to it. Anyway, so in terms of a rating, I could give this 7 out of 10. I wouldn't turn it down, but I know there are, for me personally, more interesting and more satisfying examples of this type of beer available both, to buy from Germany online, and also when Oktoberfest comes around, some of the supermarkets will surprise you and get beers like this in. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Go check out Weihenstephan. I've got a little bit of a playlist, so if you can look on the channel for that. I've got a big German playlist, and if you want to see my thoughts, opinions on other fest beers, not necessarily just Oktoberfest, but like Weihnachts beers and just local fest beers for little festivals and stuff like that, then there's playlists available. And I think a big chunk of my videos are German beers, so if you're a fan of German beer, then I'd like to think there's a lot that my channel can offer. So yeah, if you've tried this one, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. What's your favourite example of this beer? Are you a fan of these beers? Are you a fan of German beers? And yeah, so I'm going to finish the rest of this. I'm going to hop on to Craft Beer Monthly with my good friend Harry and Brett. And I think Craig's going to be joining in a few minutes. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Bis dann. Tschüss.